This video, I want to share my reflections on Sheen sharing the information that he has HIV. I think a lot of people could learn from the situation. You know, I've always taught and always felt from the past that people should be more free-loving, but it's not as easy as it seems. You know, like it'd be nice if people could just be free-loving. You know, if you're not just restricted to just one person, and that you could be intimate with like multiple partners and all that. But it's not really practical because things like this could happen. You could get a disease, you know, and a serious disease, you know, with this whole HIV thing. And it just kind of shows more of the practicality of either monogamy, staying to one person and being committed to one person, and you're committed to each other. It also shows the practicality of celibacy and you know, the impracticality of, you know, of just promiscuity, you know, just sleeping with whoever you feel like sleeping with, or just sleeping with whoever you're attracted to. That clearly is not the way, you know, and anything other than monogamy and other than celibacy, you have to approach in a very delicate manner, because if you can't control your partner, you don't know what your partner's doing, then, you know, you could easily catch something serious, like what happened to Sheen, you know. It shows the importance of protection as far as condoms and things like that, but at the same time, it's like, if you need to wear a condom with somebody that you're being intimate with, then maybe that's already a sign that you shouldn't be intimate with the person to begin with. Because if there was trust and there was like that deep connection, then why is there that barrier? You know, to me, when you don't use a condom, it's just kind of showing like your trust, and that, you know, you have to be more careful. You know, you have to be more attentive. You know, if you're questioning the person and their loyalty and their commitment, and you're questioning whether or not they have something, then maybe you shouldn't even be doing it with them at all. You know, I think that when you don't use a condom, it forces you to kind of be more careful. But when you do use a condom, then you're just like, hey, you know, I don't even know this person, I'm just gonna have sex with this person because, you know, I'm attracted to this person even though I don't know anything about that person. You're just making worse, you know, you're pretty much making worse decisions for yourself, you know. But he knew what he was doing, and he's had a really great life, and he's still living. He's not dead yet. I just feel that people that are famous like him, have a lot of money, like millions of dollars, and famous, it's like, and then when their fame starts disappearing because they're not being talked about anymore, they're not in movies anymore, and they're kind of just slowly withering away, I think they kind of lack direction in their life, and they kind of lack purpose, and they've already lived a really nice life, and it's not getting any better, it's getting worse, you know, like they're getting older, they're not as attractive. The women that used to give them attention, they're not giving them any attention anymore. And it's like their life is getting worse. And they could be turning to addictions. You know, he has an alcohol problem, I believe, a drug problem, and, you know, sleeping with a lot of different women. I mean, he's going in a downward spiral, you know, and that's when people don't really have direction in their life, they don't have purpose, and they don't really feel any meaning in life. So they do like horrible things. I mean, sleeping around with a lot of women and not being cautious about it is not too different than just like, to me, smoking cigarettes like every single day. And then later on, doctors tell you that you're formulating lung cancer and you're about to die. It's like, that's kind of what HIV is to me, where it's like, you haven't been responsible with your sex life, and all of a sudden you got this disease, and it shouldn't be a surprise because you've been living that lifestyle for so long. So it's like just not caring for your body. When you don't care for your body, for your life, and you don't feel any purpose in this life, then you're gonna drink excessively. You're gonna take drugs. You're gonna smoke like crazy. You're just gonna sleep with whoever and don't use protection. It's just, you just take a lot more risks in life, And he knew what he was doing. I mean, he's an adult. He's not handicapped. He's not mentally disabled. He knows what he's doing. So I don't feel sorry for him, especially since he's lived a great life and he's still living now. I mean, he's rich. He's been rich. He's been famous. He's been in a bunch of movies. He was married to like Denise Richards, and he had a lot of beautiful women in his life. A lot of great experiences. I know people that aren't rich, that aren't famous, that are poor, that never even slept with a woman before, never even kissed a woman, and they wish they could, but they just never even had that experience. I feel sorry for those people. I feel sorry for the people that live in the ghettos and they can't get out of the ghetto, and they grew up with no father, and then they get shot and killed in the streets because they just happen to walk by when there's a gun battle between two gangbangers. There's like people dying in Chicago all the time from gunfire. And a lot of these people might be innocent. They might not be involved in gangs, but they just got caught in the crossfire. I feel sorry for those people. I feel sorry for the people that died in Paris, that were just hanging out and all of a sudden they just get killed, because of these terrorists. But for Charlie Sheen, I don't feel sorry for him. He made those decisions. It's like people that ride a motorcycle. It's like when you ride a motorcycle, you're increasing your chances of death, of getting in an accident. And a lot of people have died from motorcycle accidents. So once you choose that lifestyle, that's on you. If you choose to sleep with a lot of different people and you don't use protection, then if you get HIV or whatever disease, that was your decision. If you smoke like crazy every single day and you die 40 years earlier than you should have, then that's your decision, But it can be a learning lesson for everybody, just kind of be more alert and aware, like just to make better decisions. Like, it's great, like intimacy is great, but you just really have to know who you're doing with, and know who you're doing it with. Be careful and just kind of be selective and be honest with the partner that you're with, and just do it the right way, but he obviously didn't do it the right way, and it could be, it's a very delicate situation. That's why I can understand the government and the law saying, marriage to one person is the only way that's allowed by law and everything, and no other way is allowed. But it's a difficult situation, and I think that people could just take it as a learning experience. But sometimes people are so into the moment, they're like, they don't even care about death. They're like, hey, if I die, I die. People die in so many different ways. People die in the airplane, like those people in the Russian airplane, they died in there. People die in car accidents. People die in from gunshots. Sometimes people just be like, you know what, I don't care. And then they don't think, they just do whatever they want to do. I'm basically not saying that we should just all be like so scared to death. Like, hey, don't do this, don't do that, because hey, you know, like you might die. As soon as you step out the door, oh, don't go outside because you might die. Don't drive that car because you might die. Don't have sex because you might die. So we're all gonna die anyway. But it's just about making smarter, more intelligent decisions in your life to kind of live a happy, long life. You know. But that's it. I think it's just a wake-up call for everybody, just to be more, just be smarter with who you choose to be intimate with. Because we live in this world where, especially because of the internet, with the Facebook and like Twitter and social media, it's like so easy just to hook up with people, and you don't even know who you're hooking up with, and you don't even care about the person. You don't even get to know the person. You don't even love the person. You're just having sex with the person and just getting off, and it's just like, that's not a real connection. I think that people should be seeking for real connections with other humans, where you got like a spiritual connection with the person, and it's built through like many years. It's built through time, and with that special connection comes more loyalty and commitment and trust. Being trustworthy, and those are the real connections that are worth it. Not just like sleeping with a random person every day or every other week or every month or whatever the case may be. That's not a real connection. If that's the case, then you need to work on healing yourself, finding another way, another outlet to get that energy out, rather than just like sleeping with a stranger. Go work out, go exercise, read a book. Even spend time with friends, whatever the case may be. Intimacy should be shared with people that you're close with, that you bond with in a deep way, like body, mind, and spirit. It shouldn't be just something where you just, like you're sleeping with people, like you're shaking people's hands or something, where you just sleep with thousands of people. No, it's just not supposed to be like that. So I think a lot can be learned from everybody, from his situation, and that's all I gotta say.